North of Malaga is one of the world's most dangerous hikes. Put your helmet on, because today we're taking you with us. Hi, we're Gary and Missy, two full-time travelers exploring the world 1 month at a time. Come along with us as we walk the infamous Caminito del Rey. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thanksgiving Day in the U.S.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. We are spending it, I would call it rather untraditionally. Instead of turkey and food, we are going on a 4-hour hike along canyon walls. It's called Caminito del Rey.
And it's amazing. Wait till you guys see.
Yeah, we're really excited to bring you the views. We are in the middle of our half-hour walk to the train station, which then takes an hour to get to the city that it's located in to then hop on a shuttle bus. I don't want to tell you too much about what we're going to see because I'll be describing it in the video later, but we are extremely excited, like we said,
Yes.
and can't wait to share it with all of you. Getting there from Malaga is actually really easy. We walked about 30 minutes to Maria Zambrano station. There is a closer stop at Centro Alameda, but we wanted to get to the earliest station possible to ensure we got seats. Maria Zambrano station is really nice, complete with several places to get some food and drink. To get to the correct train, do not go straight ahead. That's for the high-speed trains. Turn left and go all the way to the end of the hallway, down the escalator to the correct platform. We bought our tickets directly from the Renfe website, and it is really easy. You choose your starting station, then search for El Chorro as the destination. This brings up Caminito del Rey. Enter your travel day, keeping the departure and return date the same, and then choose the number of tickets and hit the search button. You'll be given a lot of options. We chose the 9:05 outbound train with a 4:30 return. This gave us plenty of time to get to the trail for our reserved time, do the hike, and relax with some refreshments afterwards. As you can see, the round-trip fare for 2 people was under 18 euros. While we ride the train, don't forget to listen for the secret word and put your guess in the comments. I haven't said it yet, so no need to go back. As you exit the train, you can see the shuttle bus that takes you close to the park entrance. You buy the tickets just outside the station and hop right on. The bus ride up takes about 15 minutes and gives you just a taste of the views you'll be experiencing. After you get off the shuttle bus, you wind up at this little restaurant right here. Off season, the main part of the restaurant's not open, but it does have a snack counter. And we got 2 sandwiches and chips for 8 euros, which we thought was pretty good. Then there's 2 ways to the entrance from there. One is just to the right of the restaurant, and the other one, they say, is further up this hill, which is the main entrance that they recommend. So this is the way we're going. Just when you think you've gone the wrong way, go a little bit further and you'll see this hole in the cave right here. And this is going to take us to the main entrance. If you're taking pictures or video, be sure to keep your camera ready because you never know what you're going to see. Enjoying this video? Please take a moment to like and subscribe. It helps get our content in front of more people like you and supports the growth of our channel.
It took us 25 minutes to reach the entrance. Be sure to use these bathrooms on the right. It's your last chance for a while. At the beginning of your tour, you're given a quick briefing, a helmet, and you're off. This walk is along the Gaitanes Gorge, which has a fascinating history. Before the mid-1800s, only shepherds and hunters traversed the area. However, as Malaga expanded, a railway was built. Finished in 1865, it was used to haul coal from the mines in Cordoba to the growing city. As Malaga's demand for power grew, a hydroelectric dam was constructed here in 1906. 2 more dams soon followed to support irrigation, and narrow walkways were added so workers could reach the power plant. The final section of this path was completed in 1921. To mark the project's completion, King Alfonso VIII walked the route himself. Locals began calling it El Camino del Rey, the King's Path. Over time, the name evolved into Caminito del Rey, meaning the King's Little Path.
These are tiny steps.
We're only about 30% of the way through, and the views already have just been fantastic. One of the amazing things to me is that this Caminito del Rey path is built on top and alongside the original path, which was how workers got to the hydroelectric station. And to look at what they did and the lack of safety, to me is mind-boggling. And quite a few people died. They did close this for a long time, and thrill seekers were still coming by and trying to navigate the path before they built this one about 15 years ago. So here you can see why they make you wear helmets, because although it would barely hit Missy's head, quite a tight spot for anyone of any decent amount of height. Here's another piece of the original path. Just mind-boggling that people would walk something that narrow, that high in the air with no handrails.
Just a little over halfway into the hike, you move away from the edge of the canyon and explore some flatter parts of the trail. While not as dramatic, there are a lot of interesting things to see, such as these irrigation canals.
One of the most interesting facts we've learned so far is the name of this tree. The seeds from this tree are very consistent. They always come out at 0.2 grams. And It was so consistent that the Greeks used it to measure the weight of a precious metal, and that metal would be gold. And if you think about it, when you measure gold, it's in carats. And this is, you guessed it, a carrot tree.
Even though most of this hike is about looking down, remember to look up once in a while. It can contain surprises too.
This ends the valley part of the hike. I don't see a lot of other videos that cover this at all, and I thought it was incredibly interesting. We saw some really cool, I'm gonna call them rams.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll find out what they are. Don't rush through it if you're coming through not on a tour. Take your time, walk around. It really is, well, not as spectacular. It really is very beautiful. Coming out of the valley, we see a really good example of the old walkway that the new one was built above. Again, just amazing to me that people would walk this just about every day on their way to work. Not only did workers use it, but locals would use it as a way to get to and from places they needed to be without having to walk all the way around the mountain. So women would walk with groceries, kids would walk on their way to school. Just incredible to me, the risks that they took in order to go about their daily lives without having to walk all the way around.
The final stretch of this adventure delivers two of the most iconic spots on Caminito del Rey. First up, the glass floor observation platform. The view straight down is jaw-dropping, but if heights make you nervous, this might be the moment you seriously consider parting ways with your cookies. The second feature is this bridge, which we'll get to shortly. It's something that needs to be experienced in person to appreciate fully.
To me, this is the most spectacular part of the hike so far. Just the geological formation of this rock just enthralls me. We are to the part that everyone seems to fear the most, but also seems to be the most talked about part of the hike. And that is this bridge right here behind us. So we're just waiting for some of the people that are a little bit more scared to get taken across by the guide. Then it's us. Whoa.
Have you figured out this video's secret word? I've already said it. Put your guess in the comments below.
We have reached the end of the hike. Online it said about 4 hours. In reality, right about 2. and just fantastic. I mean, look at these views at the end even. From here, we're going to figure out what we're going to do, get a little food, and find the train back home. What was your opinion?
It was extremely nice. I will highly recommend it.
It's a must-do, I think, if you're coming to Malaga.
Yes.
Very easy to get to. We saw a lot of things online about special trips and things like that, and they were really expensive. Under 10 bucks a piece. We got out here, we'll get back. Then we had the tickets, which I think were $12 a piece. I'll have to look that up, or 12 euros a piece. It doesn't have to be an expensive day. When you book through those tour operators, it's really expensive. And we got all of this at a bargain rate. Thanks for coming along. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It really helps us get our adventures out to other people so other people can enjoy them as well. So, bye for now.
Cheers.